Here is the wacky world of Random Door Media. This is the world where Marco does all his skits and intros from. Stanley Parable, Minecraft Creeper, the Christmas fireplace. This is where all the magic happens. Some weird stuff that I was testing. And where I tested some of the home furnishings. And over here where it all started, back in the showcase. The wacky world of Random Door Media. Hello all! It's Marco from Random Door Media. First, I'm pointing out that the channel reached 100 subscribers over the Christmas holiday. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Hopefully there will be many entertaining and or informative videos to come. And now, onto the game. Welcome back to my world in a rising world. Today we are going to go over the interior of the house, as well as some of the final exterior touches. In the previous video, we had gone over the roof on the outside and the ceiling on the inside, as well as the back porch and front porch. So just a few things to go over before we head inside. I just created this little dirt path here by using the rake to change the grass into dirt, and then I put up this little brick, like, path edge, so to speak. On the front of the house, I made this planter pot. I can't get the dirt into the square shape, so the dirt that's in the planter box was built. If you go into the building, then there's a section called loam, where it just uses stone, and you can make blocks of dirt. And then on the outside, I use this simple wooden texture here to make it look like it's wooden slats, to make like a little planter box in front of the house. The plants, as far as I know, there's no way to pick up plants right now. There's no way to pick up a plant like just by picking it up. And when I tried using the sickle, all it does is cut the plant, or like make it disappear. Therefore, for the plants here, for that, I had to go into creative mode in order to plant the plants. Well, here we are at the front of the house, looking at our porch. I put down these little, what I imagine to be like little planter boxes with some flowers in them. Once again, the flowers were added in creative mode. Going up to the front porch, here we have our comfortable looking, old-fashioned, rustic looking benches here. And I just made these little supports on the edge of the pillars just for a bit more decoration. I'm really happy with how the porch came out. The railings and the pillars look pretty darn good. Also, I did a bit more work on the window frames. Going back to these front ones here. Previously, I just had the shutters on them. Now I put the upper and lower window frames just to make them stand out more. And once again, make them look a little more like the picture that I'm using as a reference. I have a modern day light, which is the porch light here, which can be turned on and off. Now let's go inside and see what I've done inside. There, so right away we have our little living room area. Some of the furniture is already what's in the game, like the coffee table is simply the table that you can make in the furnishings. This here table that I just simply shrunk down. Same thing with the end tables. They're just that table that has been changed to like a smaller size. This over here, this is what the table normally looks like. And then over here we have our modern day looking television on a television stand or television cabinet. The cabinet itself was one of these cabinets which is already available in the game, which I just simply changed the size of, so I shrunk it down so it can be opened up. I can even put my Xbox games and my Nintendo Switch in there. The television itself is just made out of like simple blocks that are colored black. The color on the front is a stained glass glass. In the previous version of Rising World, I don't know if it's available in the current one, but in the previous version, you had the ability to import images. Like, you could put an image into the world. So if you wanted to, you could have an image. I appear to have some plumbing issues in the real world. One moment, please. Okay, no emergency, just I was hearing some gurgling sound coming from my kitchen sink. Hopefully it's just a temporary thing. Over here we have the sofa. The sofa is actually pretty fun to make. I didn't want it to be this type of green. I wanted it to be a bit more dark, but I just went with this. The sofa was pretty simple. I just made blocks. So we went here, made blocks out of the textiles, fabric, colored it green, and then made it this rounded block shape here. And then changed the size of it to make it look like cushions and a side. Now that I'm looking at it, I think the sofa's a little small. I don't really have anything of reference, but yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it looks a bit small, but you get the general idea. That's what you can do to make like a sofa when there currently is no sofa options available in the game itself. Here we have the standard Christmas tree, which comes in the game itself. This is happening right after Christmas, so I figured, hey, some people keep their Christmas tree up for like a week afterwards. Over here, I tried making a simple lamp. This is made out of just individual blocks. There's flattened cylinder blocks at the bottom, and then one of these. So what would this look like? If I went into, let's just pick this. I had these hollow cylinders, and then this pillar for the middle part, and then an upside down cone for the top part. And then the top part is simply one of those lights, and it can be turned on and off. Now, speaking of light, here's something which I was pretty proud of. The ceiling chandelier, which can be turned off individually. What's the ceiling chandelier? That is made of these street lamps. So I simply took two of these street lamps, shrunk them down, like changed their size, put them upside down, and put them on the ceiling. Now they make these neat little chandelier for the living room. I think those came out pretty good. Over here we have a set of table and chairs, which are what's currently available in the game. This is where we can sit down and play board games, or eat our turkey dinners, or sit down with friends to play Dungeons & Dragons. Over on the wall we have some modern object darts. I actually got this idea from someone's screenshots. I'm sorry, I can't remember who you are. I was just going through screenshots on the Steam page, and I saw somebody had something similar to this on their wall, and I thought it was a cool idea. Grandfather clock, which is currently available in the game. And then over here we have two of these simple storage cabinets. You can place blocks in these, like you can't place objects. Like, for example, if I take one of these... Oh, you can... Okay, that will place there. But you can't place, like, let's say, an apple, for example. You can't put an apple. But you can place objects in there. So I guess I could put that light there, you know, saying that I got this. I'm just storing that there for now. You can put blocks in there. So give me this block. It functions just like placing the block normally, so you can put that there as if you're storing blocks in there. Crafting materials you can't, so for example, the ingot you can't. But an example of that I have over here in the kitchen. Yeah, I just put some small cylinders and flat pieces for like plates and cups and glasses and so on. So that's kind of neat. Is that it for the living room? Oh, here I just got some more art objects. And I have a clock on the wall, which is one of the clocks that are available from the game. And these times are synced up with the grandfather clock and that clock. Okay, so now onto the kitchen. This is a straightforward chest that's available in the game. I just use this to store my blocks. But this is what I came up with for, like, cupboards. These are simple wooden blocks that were resized and placed. Let me see if I can go here. There. Yeah, so I just placed the blocks to make the cupboards themselves. And then I took a different colored block just for contrast so they stand out better. And I made the flat pieces put on the front to make the doors. And then took like this darker material to make the little handles. And then on the top we have flat marble blocks to make like a granite kind of countertop. I think this came out pretty good. None of it is usable, of course, because these are just blocks. Over here we have an electric range, or depending on where you are, it's a stove or an oven. I've heard them called many different things. But we have like 4 electric elements on the top, and then a door that would open in order to put your cakes and roast turkeys inside, or to cook things and bake things. Over here we have a little microwave. I think I made it out of the white porcelain, and let me see if I can copy that. Yeah, so I used one of the frame shapes, and then I just altered it, like its direction, so that it looked hollow. And then just this little rectangle piece here and this door are separate pieces. So that's like a little microwave. And then over here, made a fridge. So the fridge is 4 pieces. It's got the bottom block, which was increased in size, and then a similar block that was smaller, just so we can have this separation in the middle to make it look like it's 2 separate pieces, and of course little handles on the side. In the ceiling, we have just one of the modern day looking lights, which can be turned on and off. Garbage can, which can be constructed in the game so far. And I've already gone over the little cabinet here. There, so that's the kitchen. None of it is usable, but it's there for visuals. It's there to make your place look aesthetically pleasing. Okay, let's see what we've got done over in the bedrooms. Okay, so there's the ladder going up to the attic, which I went before. Here, more end tables on either side. Same thing, those are the same thing with the end tables in the living room. The queen size bed is simply 2 beds that were like smushed together. Use the right control key to move the objects manually, so they like phase over each other. Here we got a generic chair, and over here we have a little lamp. The lamp can be turned on and off, I mean. That is made with a simple conical piece and a hollow cylinder on the top for the shade. With the game the way it is right now, with the building mechanics, you can get so detailed with so much stuff. This is all just what I did in a few hours just because I wanted to get a video out on it. And in here we have some more objects that are being stored away in the cupboard. Now onto the smaller bedroom. This is a normal bed that's craftable in the game, and a normal chair, and a normal cupboard, which is currently empty. The only unique thing, well, we have the shrunken down table to make the end table, and then we have a clock on the side. The clock is made out of wooden pieces. So we have a rectangular piece here, and then above it is a hollow cylinder, which has been flattened, and then I just put the clock on the front, and that's the same clock that's over on here on the wall, which I just shrunk the clock down in size to make it like a little bedside clock. One more thing that I was thinking of doing, which I which I haven't actually done yet, so we can probably do this on camera right now. What I wanted to see is if I can make... what would be a good color? Oh, I need cloth for that. I'll be right back. Okay, I now have the cloth that I required in order to do what I wanted to do. Okay, so I got a color, I got the texture. I'm going to choose this shape here. I guess I'll make 2. Oh, you get 4 of those, okay. So what I wanted to see is flatten this down. Well, make it big first. And then flatten it right down. Can you use this to make a carpet? Looks like you can. Like right there. Ooh, it's kind of thick. Now it is it's a very plush carpet. So yes, that is a possibility too. You can even make a carpet. That's something which I thought after I had everything else prepared. It's a little thick though. Okay. I'm going to say that that's going to be it for this series of Rising World. That's currently all of the content that's available in survival mode. We've gone through, we made a simple house, we made a smelting area, we mined, we smelted, we expanded, got better tools, we went mining and went on to make a bigger house and made a bigger house using all of the options that were available in the game. I'm going to call that mission completed. What the future of Rising World is going to be, I'll be waiting for a couple months for more content to come out. At least to do a survival game again. What I might do is I might do a building series. Personally, I think that if you're playing in survival, you're not really going to get that fancy and stuff. Like, you're not going to make stuff that's very detailed and has, like, pathways and fancy lights and so on. That's something which is best done in a creative way. To that extent, I think that if I was going to make another series, then I would make a build series where I'm building a big structure, and I'll do a bit at a time, do it on camera, talk about the build as we go along, and it would all be done in creative mode. But for survival, this is all that the game really has available so far. You can only go exploring so much just to see the interesting landscapes, which I think the game still does really great. I love the landscape in this version of the game. There's limited biomes though, but just the water is beautiful, the hills, the mountains. I find all that great. So this will be the final video of Rising World in my current series. I'll be coming back with other games. I have some other survival games that I want to take a look at and will show on the channel, at least coming forward in the year 2023. Stay tuned and see what I come up with. If you liked the video, like. If you have any feedback, don't forget to leave a comment. If you liked the video and you want to see more, maybe subscribe to the channel, see what else I have available. That's going to be it for now. Take care, everyone.